country.
That's so interesting, isn't it? Katie Silver there. Now, should business leaders spend less time being analytical and more time cultivating their emotional and intuitive side? That is the argument of this year's Business Book of the Year. It's called Leader as Healer, and its author says today's boss, quote, must be skilled in mindfulness and deep listening and possess a clear and wholehearted sense of service, mission and purpose. Well, let's talk to the author of the book, Nicholas Janni, who joins us again, Leader as Healer. Nicholas, good to talk to you again. So just reading out there what you believe leaders need to possess in terms of skills sounds, too difficult to achieve to me, if I'm honest.
Well, good morning. The truth is, I teach at two of the world's leading business schools. My company is working with a range of organizations, and this is being taken more and more seriously. We're at a time of profound disruption, growing instability, and I think people are realizing more and more that what has brought us to where we are is not what will take us forward. You only have to look at the latest Gallup of employee disengagement, which is nearly 80%, and is costing organizations $8.8 trillion in lost revenue. So these kinds of capacities that you mentioned are becoming more and more important, and all the leaders I work with are realizing.
Well, talk us through the types of leaders that you are working with, because the sort of leaders that grab the attention, certainly in the programs that I present, news and business, are people such as Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin of Russia. We look at some leaders today, and the skills and the leader as healer is not something we'd be thinking of.
You're so right. I mean, you're choosing very extreme examples, but I do think we're generally in an epidemic of quite toxic leadership. And, this is because we've normalized corporate cultures that are chronically imbalanced. Doing eclipses, being left brain eclipses, right brain, and sensing, feeling, intuiting, and the transpersonal are relegated. They're put in the cupboard. And this is the old paradigm. And it's not enough to navigate the kind of instability that we're in. And at Matrix Leadership Development, we're doing leader as healer training, for instance, with one of the world's largest law firms. And particularly with AI, for instance, it's making it even more clear. Microsoft is saying it, the law firm is saying it. AI will take much of the functionality that leaders are dealing with. So what's going to become more important? How do I show up? How am I creating trust, credibility, authenticity? And I think it's important that empathy is not a skill. Empathy is who we naturally are. The question, therefore, is how come we've got so alienated from this very natural, caring capacity, which doesn't exclude, by the way, holding people accountable. The two go hand in hand. But leaders who are not able to care, I don't think they should be in senior leadership.
Yeah, but sadly they are. If you look at,
I know.
If you look at who's in leadership around the world, some of the top companies in the world, presidents, prime ministers, and as you say, empathy is not something that you can train someone to have. And
Right.
This is the big challenge for people who want to see cultural change within an organization. How do you make that happen?
You do so by first of all recognizing the issue, and secondly being willing to commit to development. And I work with hundreds of leaders who do have that willingness. I think the fact that my book won the award it did is a sign of our times, and it's a very hopeful sign of our times.
Okay. Well, Nicholas, we're going to leave it there. I could talk to you at length. We'll drag you into the studio, perhaps, from beautiful Italy into grey, wet London, and get you to talk to us at length. It would be really lovely. Nicholas, Janni, thank you so much for talking to us. Business Book of the Year, Leader as Healer. A fascinating discussion as ever. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. I'll see you a little later on this channel with the business stories again.